The wolf is at the door. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. Today, for another installment of our quote series, we're going to address the saying, the wolf is at the door. Now, it seems with a little bit of study that this dates back to the 1500s, this saying, and that the word gate may have been used at that time instead of door. And yet, here today, and I asked my wife had never paid this saying any attention or didn't recollect it either way. I did. I'd heard this. I don't know that I've ever really used it much, but I had heard it before. I had an idea of what it meant. It always seemed to have financial connotations to it. So the takeaway that I had in studying this particular saying, evaluating how it made its way into our language and what it may mean by being in our language for us in considering the infinite banking concept. Well, I think it's twofold. Even though we stress on this channel, exactly like Nash did in his book, that our need of finance is much greater than our need of protection, that both of those aspects, they're related, by the way. Having a death benefit and a whole life policy offers protection. It mitigates risk. It offers protection for those that you care about, those that you love, your heirs, beneficiaries who would experience dire straits, even perhaps experience a wolf being at the door if they did not have that financial hedge, that financial protection. Likewise, and here's the relationship, by having a death benefit, guaranteed death benefit, it has a net representation today. That policy has a surrender value that is represented in its cash value today, which is just a net representation of the future, much larger death benefit. So what I would say is, for those that are clients and those that are considering this idea and vetting this idea of becoming your own banker, you're probably folks of a mind to do better financially, to care for those that you care about, yourself, etc. And what better way to do that? I think that practicing infinite banking is the best way. And I don't believe that there is a better way to start by accounting for our need of finance. Why? Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that here and now we are proactively, with ownership in a known environment with so many characteristics, accumulating capital. On purpose, intentionally, we are accumulating capital for our need of finance. And that doesn't matter whether that is for financing the things that we're going to do as a family, our vacations, our educations, our medication, all the shuns, I've heard it said before, all of those things, but also savings, for example. I know that there are plenty of folks out there that have different ideas about saving, and yet saving is a good idea. It is a good idea to amass capital. I think it's really important to consider where and who maintains control and who has access and what risk you assume by doing so, depending on where you put it and things like that. But saving in and of itself is good. It's great. It's better than not saving. Having is better than not having, to keep the wolf from the door, right? But then also, if we can think long range, the implications of our amassing capital now, what that will mean at the end of our lifetime when we graduate, what that will mean for the next generation and then the next generation. So I'd love to hear your thoughts or experience or history with this saying of the wolf at the door, or keeping the wolf from the door. Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you'd like to have a conversation about how to implement the infinite banking concept into your household or your business or your investing to keep the wolf from the door for you, then you could reach me at 828-817-4223, or you can email durhamtalents@gmail.com. This has been a great pleasure for me. I look forward to our next conversation. Have a great day. Take care. The wolf is at the door. I tell you what's going to happen. The wolf shows up at my door. Didn't work out good for the wolf.